In the last episode, we mentioned the third eye. Today, let's talk about what the third eye is. The third eye is a thing in the human brain called the pineal gland, because it looks like a pine cone. So it's called pineal body. What is a pine cone? Pine cone is the fruit of pine tree. The pineal gland is called the third eye, is because it is like the eye, has a photoreceptive structure. Through research, it is found that pine cone can sense the blue light in nature. By sensing this blue light, to determine whether it is day or night. At night, there is no blue light. It starts to work. It starts to secrete a hormone called melatonin. This hormone helps to promote the human sleep clock. It regulates the human biological clock. However, scientists did an experiment. They removed the pineal gland of the animal. The animal lost its biological clock, and then quickly developed cancer. So, scientists came to a conclusion that if people don't have this melatonin, they are prone to cancer. This melatonin is not a rare thing. It's sold in major pharmacies. It's so good that in the United States and Canada, it's over-the-counter drugs. It can be bought in ordinary pharmacies. However, it's just a speculation. That melatonin can regulate the human biological clock and can prevent cancer, but it doesn't. People are prone to cancer. If you have it, you won't get cancer. Without it, it's easy to get cancer. If you have good sleep, it is good for the regularity of life, which is very important. Although modern people don't know much about the pineal gland, but the ancients seem to have a deep understanding of the pineal gland, and they worshipped it. They knew. This is also an incredible thing. So how ancient is this? As we mentioned in the last episode, the oldest civilization of mankind, called Sumerian civilization. On the frescoes of the Sumerian civilization, the Nephilim held a pine cone in their hands, and what they are holding is also unknown. However, it doesn't look like something that ancient people would hold, especially not something from 6,500 years ago. Why did the Nephilim hold such a thing? Yes, they definitely didn't like eating pine cones. So what they hold? So the thing they hold must be a sacred object. Besides the Sumerian civilization, as we know, the dollar, there is a pyramid on the back. Isn't there a triangle on the pyramid with an eye inside? This eye is considered one of the Masonic symbols. This eye is called the eye of God. It's called the eye of power. The meaning of all-seeing eye is the eye that can see through everything in the world. Such a simple and easy to understand name. The origin of this all-seeing eye is the eye of Horus in ancient Egypt. Horus was the ancient Egyptian pharaoh's patron god. Horus's father is the god of the underworld in ancient Egypt, called Osiris. The top of Osiris' scepter is a pine cone. This is it. The two snakes below are thought to represent DNA. So, the ancient Egyptian civilization probably knew about and the role of DNA. On the left side of this picture is the eye of Horus. On the right is an anatomical diagram of the brain. Are they the same? Yes, they are the same. Oh, what I just mentioned is ancient. Let's take a look at the modern era. In Vatican, has a 4-meter-high bronze pine cone statue, and the Pope's staff has a pine cone on it. Really? And their shapes are the same. So this is the West. Let's take a look at the East. The Eastern Buddha. The Buddha's head has a bunch of them. Actually, they are not hair, are pine cones. In Buddhism, is considered a symbol of wisdom. So the Buddha's head is full of pineal glands. There is a red dot between the Buddha's eyebrows. This red dot represents the location of the pineal gland, which is the source of wisdom. Haven't you noticed this dot, where the pineal gland is embedded? Yes. So from this perspective, you might really be the reincarnation of the Buddha, whether it's ancient Egypt, Vatican, are far away from our lives. Let's talk about something closer to life. Do you know Christmas? Don't you know Christmas trees? Do you know what kind of tree it is? Before the age of 7, the pineal gland is very developed. But after the age of 7, the pineal gland begins to atrophy and degenerate. In fact, this can explain a phenomenon. That explains why children always say they can see some things, but adults can't. When I was around 4 or 5 years old, I often saw things that adults couldn't see. So I've always believed that there are spirits in this world. My mom was right next to me. We were sleeping together. I opened my eyes and said, "Mom, someone, someone, someone." Then my mom woke up. She couldn't see. Then she got up and looked around. I saw it twice. But the second time I knew clearly. He wasn't in real life. He came through the window and came through the glass directly. I sat up immediately. But this time, I didn't call my mom. The building is so high, and he came through the glass. I saw the outline of his chin and mouth clearly. Then one day, during a family gathering, we were looking through old photo albums, and my mom pointed to a picture and told me I had an uncle who had passed away. His chin and mouth looked exactly like the ghost I used to see as a child. Ever since then, I firmly believe that spirits truly exist in this world. As for the ancients, they accept sunlight during the day, which contains blue light. The pineal gland doesn't work. It's not that it doesn't work. It doesn't secrete melatonin. So people, they are very energetic to work. When they can't receive blue light at night, they secrete melatonin. People want to sleep. But the ancients also lit fires at night, right? Such as torches or candles. The fire, the light of torches and candles almost contains no blue light. So it doesn't affect the pineal gland's work. Nowadays, it's all about lights, or light from displays, or the light from the display screen, which contains a lot of blue light, which inhibits the pineal gland from working. It doesn't secrete melatonin. People are prone to physiological clock disorders, and even get cancer. It is said that after opening the third eye, people's own senses will become very developed, and then it brings a phenomenon similar to superpowers. There is a woman in Italy who has the ability of remote sensing. After seeing a photo of a missing person, she knew that the missing person was dead now, and where his remains were. The police went to the location she mentioned, and they really found it. Actually, only the murderer would know. There is also a Russian girl who claims to see things with her eyes closed. Her abilities have been tested. People no longer need to communicate through language. People can communicate through consciousness, and can communicate with animals. Isn't Haji able to communicate with animals? There is a woman in Japan. A woman, but she is not Japanese. She can communicate with animals. To enhance your intuition. Now people also have intuition. But this intuition may not be that strong. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes not. But if your third eye is developed, your intuition will become very accurate. So many superpowers. If it were you, which one would you like to activate? Now you can search online, and you can find many ways to activate the pineal gland. Some are listening to a piece of music, practice meditation, or sit in stillness to cultivate inner peace. Immerse yourself in nature to sense its energy and vibrations. Visit temples, forests, or other sacred spaces where the atmosphere can harmonize and elevate your energy field. I hope it can help you open your third eye.
In our next episode, we delve deeper into the simulation hypothesis. Is our reality a digital construct? Could advanced civilizations beyond Earth be pulling the strings? Or are some among us already awakened? Seeing through the veil with a third eye, one haunting question remains: are we truly alone in the cosmos? Stay tuned and decide for yourself.